that knew everything that was wrong with the country and had every solution while they were in the opposition, they had nothing to offer us for the entire election campaign.
Exactly.
As a matter of fact, as far as they're concerned, as far as they campaigned, as far as they spent, as far as they behaved, this local government election was a continuation of the general election of May 24th.
Yes.
And in fact, that is what they didn't hide from you. The campaign approach was telling you silence about local government. Notwithstanding our entreaties to them, disregard any discourse about local government reform. But tell you that you somehow need to complete some victory. Well, they had the victory on May 24th. What they're asking you to complete is not a victory. They're asking you to complete the political domination that they smell with the 2/3 victory they have in the parliament.
Yes.
And if you make the mistake, wherever you are in Trinidad on Monday, to give them an outstanding victory, they will take it as a license and a privilege to mash up this place because you have told them it is okay.
Yes.
You have told them that 29 seats in the parliament is not enough power for one party.
Yes.
You have told them if you do that, they can walk over you, they can control you, they can threaten you, and they can disregard your constitution.
Yes. Stop.
We are fair people in the PNM. We are not asking them to show us what they have done in terms of fixing the country in 8 weeks. We accept the authority as government. But in that 8-week period, we saw enough of them and from them to know that if they get spoon, they're going to drink soup.
Yes.
And you have to tell them on Monday 26th, I see you, I hear you, I don't like what I see, I don't like what I hear, and for the time that you're in office, the people will control you.
Yes.
The power in this country lies with the people. So when Jack Warner says that if they vote for Matthew Pierre in Mayaro, he don't want to see Matthew Pierre, he wouldn't talk to Matthew Pierre, he wouldn't give Mayaro anything. That is a violation of his oath of office and a strike at the heart of our democracy. And when the parliamentary code of ethics that was passed in the parliament under the NAR on a resolution, a motion put by A.N.R. Robinson, our former president, supported by Anthony Spark, the Attorney General, and when that code of ethics to govern ministerial conduct was in place from 1988 July until May 2010, suddenly became irrelevant, you know that you have to say to them, I know what I see, I don't like what I see. And when they go on to appoint Nizam Mohammed, an active politician in the COP, to the chairman of the Police Service Commission, you must say to them on Monday, I see what you're doing, I don't like what I see, I'm going to control you with my vote. And when they stop the PNM from holding a meeting at a normal venue in Tunapuna, where we have held our meeting for decades, when the police intervene and stop us and force us to go into St. Augustine to the panyard of Exodus. And then last night, the same place that the PLM was denied access to, the UNC was given access to have the meeting there. You know we're in trouble in this country. That is the road that we're heading down. So they had nothing to say to us about local government. Imagine, is it 19 parties that form the PP?
No.
In the whole alphabet. The whole alphabet. The UNC is ashamed to use its own name in an election campaign, hiding behind something called the PP.
Yeah, the people partnership.
All of them, the MS this and the AOD and the COP and the alphabet, they come into government. We have an election 8 weeks after you come into government, after 8 years in the opposition, and you don't have one policy or program to say this is what we are going to do if you elect us. and they take your vote for granted. And the worrisome thing about that is that I am sure that there are a significant number of people in this country who will vote for them, not understanding that you cannot train a snake.
They're buying the vote, they're buying it.
They know exactly what they want to do. And that is not to be accountable to you at all for anything. And that is why they very carefully commit to nothing in this local government election. So if you vote for them on Monday, and they do whatever they want on Tuesday and onwards, you are in no position to say to them that this was your policy, this was your program, and I'm holding you to it. They want a free hand. A free hand. And you know that they have no reason to want to subscribe to morality in public affairs. You know they have all kinds of things to say about URP and PNM and URP.
And CPF.
But 8 weeks after they come into office, they would instruct the URP office to hire everybody off the street and put them on the payroll, knowing that that will be ghost gangs. And as I'm talking to you now, they are paying URP people the first time on a Saturday and tomorrow on Sunday to get paid to go and vote on Monday. How can you trust people like that? How?
They're buying their vote.
And having said nothing about the local government issues, they sought to campaign on central government issues. We have no problem with that. We can engage them anytime, anywhere, on any issue, local or national. But what was their contribution at the central government level? Well, if you listen to them for an entire election campaign, you will get the impression that the Golden Grove prison will have to be extended by 4 times. Because apparently everybody who is not a UNC or a COP going to jail. I want to reiterate the PLM's position from this platform this evening. That we, our party, has as one of its fundamental documentary position, morality in public affairs. And any person, whoever he or she may be, who run afoul of that, you will find the PLM in support of that. And if the government knows that there are wrongdoings in any ministry or any part of governance in this country, and they can find evidence to prosecute anybody, and I did not say persecute, I said prosecute. If they can do that, then they will only be doing their job. And all we ask of them is to let due process take its course. Having said that, that's the issue. There's no basis to make that an election platform as they have done. That is all they talk about. And insofar as they talk about the economy, is to tell you how bad it is. To frighten an already frightened investment class in the country. The business sector is not investing. Our banks are awash with money. Nobody is borrowing and spending because the 3 ministers of finance keep telling them that our future is grim and bleak. Everything is bad. And what does that do to the economy? No borrowing, no investment, no growth, no job creation. And as they spread their bad news in attempting to badmouth the PNM and the PNM's tenure, if there is no growth in the economy, there will be a reduction in government revenues. And when that reduction in government revenues is confronted against the kind of debt that they'll be facing to maintain our standard of living, the one thing the government will do as the main employer in this country is begin to shed the employment of persons currently on the government payroll.